Till this day, I get blamed for how severely he screwed my life up. I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't drink anything without feeling pain, true pain. And I get blamed for feeling this way. And it is just ridiculous how someone can hurt you so much, and just expect you to move on from it and not care and just move on like as if nothing happened. And I will never wish this pain on anyone.
I've been divorced before. You know, my first marriage, we made all of the mistakes. Unfortunately, he passed away.
So why did you guys get a divorce?
Because I really wanted something different. It's very unfortunate because he was the most loving, kind person. I had all the love and support that I could have ever wanted. But I think I went through a period wanting money. Like I wanted to be with someone and be at a different level. And I saw him work all of the time. It's one thing to like work from like 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night, day in, day out, and still have no resources. And for me to work, do the same, and just want a different life.
So, long story short, you wanted a different life and lifestyle than he was able to provide. And so you said, you know what, I'm out of here. I need more money.
I was selfish and took advantage of a real unfortunate situation, which was he loved me and David unconditionally. Every time we saw each other, like you knew.
Many women only realize what they took for granted in their marriage after divorce. Some women do not deserve companionship or to be with a man. It is demeaning for the man. If men prioritize their own happiness over the happiness of their women and families, the world would have perished by now. Modern women only understand how selfish and ungrateful they are when they face the consequences of their actions. It is said that 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women, but guess who regrets divorce the most? It is the initiator, women. They always think the grass is greener on the other side. The only things men have regretted in divorce are time wasted, loss of possession, and inability to watch their kids grow up. Rarely do men regret leaving their partner. At some point, men believe that the divorce was probably a good thing for them. But there are the women who initiated the divorce crying all over the internet about how much they miss their ex-husband. If you check the internet, you will find women advising women to leave their marriages if they believe they deserve better. Mia Khalifa is one of them. It's shameful that modern women are guided by the internet rather than their own deliberate judgments. A woman may have a minor issue in her marriage, and instead of attempting to resolve it, she turns to the internet and finds a rather hopeless, countless times divorced woman telling her how she is too good and valuable not to be treated like a queen, and she simply summons the courage to tell her husband she is done. I saw the video of a woman who claimed to be with an older man who loved her and supported her in all she did, financially, emotionally, and in every other way, until she became successful. And all of a sudden, she realized she could be an independent woman and that there was nothing the man had done that she couldn't do now that she was successful in her business. Not long after, she began to experience troubles in her business and was at a loss for what to do. Obviously, it was the man who had been offering her business advice, which has been bringing her success. The business is no longer performing as well as it once did. However, she has dumped her funder and advisor since she believes she can stand on her own and no longer requires his assistance. Karma came faster than a rocket.
If I'm 100% honest, I don't want it to negatively impact my ex. Because he's not a bad person. He did some bad things. He did not treat me as I should have been treated, but he is not a bad person and I do not want to hurt him. And by me saying that, I felt stuck in our relationship and wanted to leave for several years. It feels like that hurts him. maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But I'm holding back. I'm holding back on what I really want to do in life. Because I don't want to hurt him any more than I already have. I'm sorry. I want to tell him that I'm sorry I hurt him. And that our relationship got more and more toxic. But it was the hardest thing I've ever done, because I knew it was gonna break your heart. And I hope someday you see that I did this for both of us, because we couldn't stay living like that.
I am always shocked by how these women manage to spend long years in marriage with children who are already teenagers or young adults. Some of their kids even have their own families. After spending all these years, they come up one day and say they are unhappy, that they need to find their life, that they deserve more, and other immature things. They then jump out of the marriage expecting to find love and happiness with guys in the modern dating scene. We are here talking about how women in their late 20s are finding it difficult to find men because men believe they are already full of experience, sexually and mentally, and that it is difficult for them to be submissive. And then, there is a delusional woman with 2 or 3 kids jumping out of her marriage to find the man of her dreams. The intriguing part of this situation is that these women come out of those long-term relationships expecting to find the best men available, so these women jump on dating apps or single events. Then they go ahead and fall in with Chad. After these women get into dating, they start doing all the things they could have done to save their marriage, but they choose to be irresponsible at that time and care only about themselves and their feelings. Then, Chad plays them, and they start to think, if they had done all this in their own instead of getting treated like this, she would have had the pleasure to continue having fun with the husband of her youth. If we had more considerate, devoted, and selfless women in our society, marriage would have been a much better institution. Unfortunately, what we have are women who think they are too perfect for men, saying things like, "I am not the problem, he is." And after leaving their happy marriages, they go out and get married to more suitable people. They start looking for a man who would be better than their ex, not realizing that what happened in their past relationship was feedback of their input, not that the man is a bad person. You can't make a man who thinks you are ungrateful and excited to take an expensive vacation. These women get mad when they see what the guy doing for his new wife, for everything she asked for.